valuations in e-commerce. The reason I come back to that is that we almost felt that we were touching the dot-com bubble story yet again. When we saw billion-dollar valuations, 1,000 crore valuations, all kinds of valuations for all kinds of companies.
Yes.
Let's talk about Snapdeal, Flipkart, and such. Does that worry you? Or do you think that they're finally on track to justify this money?
My belief is that valuations is a function of the future. As I said, there are 100 million subscribers, 10 million shoppers. In 3-4 years, we should see 300 million subscribers, maybe 40-50 million subscribers. And if a company like Make My Trip could post a revenue of $80 to $100 million with such a low base of shoppers, I feel that eventually these are going to be profitable, scalable businesses. And this is the trend, right? I mean, the world is moving to online big time. And I think access issues in smaller cities, convenience in bigger cities.
All that is set to change also.
I mean, nobody can tell whether you've paid the right price for a company. But I think there is a bit of future which is built into this.
Your biggest piece is Make My Trip. Are you willing to put your money right now in e-commerce companies aside of a Make My Trip kind?
Oh, absolutely. We have invested in 6-7 companies in the year gone by. One company was letsbuy.com that was acquired by Flipkart. Other company is Yepme, which is in the apparel business. And so several...
So is apparel the next big piece? I mean, the success of Fashion and You, for example, or some of the others, you know, you have, I don't know, so many, Jabong. I mean, there are so many people.
So in China, about 30 to 40% of e-commerce is apparel. So if you take that example and bring it over to India, I think apparel is a good high gross margin category. Other company that we have invested in is in the children's product. That's another very big category. The name Hoopos, that's a Bangalore-based company.
And this is despite the trend that we saw with hiccups at Lilliput and so on.
You know, I mean, that is physical retail. This is e-commerce. You have to be smart with the way you manage your inventory. But at the end of the day, you need to bet on the right management teams to ensure that there are no corporate governance issues.
Sure. You said something that I really want to latch on to, that you've got to bet on the right business model. Much of the business model of e-commerce is based on keeping costs at absolute minimal. Do you think companies are in a position to do that? A large number of traditional Indian e-commerce firms actually at one point were building warehouses, which is something that bit them on their foot. Is that changed now?
So my sense is when you're building an e-commerce business, you got to be very focused on high gross margin. So your cost of the product and the price at which you sell, there should be enough spread in that. But for first 4-5 years, you want to create a strong warehousing network, a strong customer service function, payment systems that we were talking of. So I believe that you need to be in the invest mode for first 5 to 7 years. And that's why you need a lot of capital.
And therefore you think that's the time private equity is willing to give the patience even to e-commerce in today's world?
Absolutely, provided they are looking after their customers, they have a high gross margin and are strong management team. It seems very simple from distance. Very, very complex to get the right team together.
We'll talk about from management to making money. That's what we're going to talk about ahead on the show.
Good boy.
What can we get a drink? Is it sweet as well? We desperately needed this before we can head to the green and keep our minds in focus. So I was earlier telling our viewers that we're going to talk about making money. What is the patience span that private equity is willing to give dot-coms this time?
Investment period in a e-commerce companies at least 5 to 7 years, at which point in time they begin to throw cash. So you want to be in that kind of a company for a long haul. Okay. So I would say like a 7 to a 10-year haul. Otherwise, you probably sold it too cheap.
So in terms of your corpus, you told me $600 million?
Yes.
Is there a target to take it up to $1 billion, or how are you approaching it?
So we are not focused on money under management, which can drive a wrong behavior, Shaili, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So our focus is to find great companies and help them build businesses like Make My Trip. And we just want to be very judicious in the way we invest this capital. So no, there are no targets. When we started, we had not said that we will have $600 million under management. I think if you invest in right businesses, then money under management takes care of itself.
You know, the challenge that today's e-commerce probably faces on a daily basis as a decision making is how much to market and how to market.
Yeah.
So social media is one platform. The other platform is hoardings.
Yeah.
And today I can see visibly Flipkart and Snapdeal and some others are on television. Do you think that that's a good approach? Because these are serious cash burners.
I think marketing is an accelerator. So first you need to get your business model right, which means your shipping right, your customer service right, your product mix right, your website experience right.
Yeah.
Once you've put these building blocks in place, I think that is the time to put marketing money, which is what Make My Trip did very sensibly. That first they got the entire infrastructure going.
Yeah.
And once the infrastructure was in place, then you need to put marketing dollars because it's a winner-take-it-all business. So if you don't leverage your first mover advantage, it's very hard to come from behind.
Because it's an easily replicable business.
Yeah, at one level it's replicable.
Yeah.
So you want to be in the consideration set of a customer. Maybe 1, 2, at best 3.
Yeah.
But if you're not in one of those top 3, unlikely that you'll be able to make it.
Like in the travel market we have today.
Yeah, travel we have and Yatra. Yeah. Play for fun. I have no money.
Bunker, as we all know, we cannot ground our club on the sand.